Addiction, a word that carries weight, stigma, silence, assumptions. We hear it and jump to conclusions like junkie, failure, or criminal. But behind the label is a person, a daughter, a son, a friend, a coworker. Someone who once had dreams, laughter, love, and still does. Behind the pain is a reason, and behind every reason is a story. Addiction doesn't always begin with a needle, or a bottle, or a stranger in a dark alley. Addiction doesn't ask for permission. It might begin with a surgery, a loss, a trauma, or a desperate attempt to cope with a world that has become too loud or too empty. Sometimes it begins with pain, relief, or a simple moment of escape. And then escape becomes the only thing that feels real. Addiction wears a mask. Online, they're smiling. At work, they're productive, even praised. With friends, they're laughing, cracking jokes, showing up. From the outside, everything looks fine, normal, even enviable. But behind closed doors, a different reality unfolds. The silence grows heavy. The thoughts race. The need returns. One person living two lives. A double existence, carefully balanced, quietly unraveling. Because addiction doesn't always scream for attention, sometimes it whispers. Then comes the collapse. Some call it rock bottom, others never name it at all. Because sometimes it doesn't look like what you'd expect. It's not always a dramatic fall. Sometimes it's quiet, a slow unraveling. A moment when something inside just breaks. For some, it's losing a job. For others, it's losing trust. A relationship ends, a lie exposed. A phone call comes in the middle of the night. The consequences catch up, or the weight simply becomes too much to carry. It looks different for everyone, but it feels the same. Hollow, helpless, and endless. Sometimes the turning point is loud, sirens in the night, flashing lights, a family intervention. Other times it's a whisper, a quiet voice in the dark, just 3 words, I need help. No audience, no drama, just honesty. The turning point isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's a single moment, when the weight becomes too heavy, or when the fear of staying the same finally outweighs the fear of changing. It's a moment of courage in a storm of fear. A moment when someone takes the first step, not because they know the way, but because they know they can't stay where they are. Recovery is messy. Some days you feel strong. Some days it takes everything just to breathe. It may not come with applause, no medals, no headlines, just another morning with clear eyes and a steady breath. But make no mistake, each day you choose recovery, you're rewriting your story. Every sober sunrise is a revolution, a quiet kind of victory. You don't have to be a therapist or a hero. You don't need the perfect words. You just have to be there, present, steady, real. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is, I'm here. Because people in pain don't need perfection, they need safety. You don't have to understand exactly what they're going through. You just have to show them they're not alone. Addiction has a way of taking over the brain and rewiring it to feel hopeless and seek escape. But healing rewires it for connection, for purpose, and for life. This isn't just a story of falling. This is a story of rising above.